Hello everyone. This is coming up on chapter 5, section 7. This particular lesson is about parallel and perpendicular lines. As you can see, parallel lines, they never meet. But also notice that their slopes are the same. One in front of the x, another one in front of the x. So we can say simply that parallel lines will have the same slope right here. Now, perpendicular lines look like this. They meet at right angles, 90 degrees. When that happens, their slopes, as you can see, are negative reciprocals of each other. So, if you can see this is negative 1/2, the negative reciprocal will be a negative 2 over 1 negative, which will be positive 2. So, once again, parallel lines, same slope, perpendiculars, negative reciprocals. Now here's an example or two about parallel lines. We look at the front number, there it is. We can say a parallel line will have a slope of 2, same as this one. This one, the same thing, negative 3/5. Now this one we have to rearrange first. We can subtract the 2x from both sides like this, and we get 3y equals negative 2x plus 6. We come back and divide by 3, and what's important is this right here. So we can say that the slope of this line is negative 2/3, and the parallel line will have the same slope. We come over here and practice our skill with perpendicular lines, as you could see. And so we look at this is 3 over 1. The negative reciprocal will be a negative and flip to 1/3. Same thing here. If we have a 2/3 here, we flip and put a negative sign in front. We have to rearrange first, take away the 3x, like that. Negative 4y equals negative 3x plus 8. Then divide by negative 4. And we can see two negatives is a positive, 3/4. We flip it, and don't forget the negative sign. So these are slopes of perpendicular lines. Now we're talking about formulating an equation. We're going to follow the same steps we did on the last lesson, but when we come to the slope, we're going to have to look at the word parallel or perpendicular. In this case, it says parallel. So my slope will be the same, 3. Now I follow my steps like I did last lesson. We do mx plus b. We bring in the x, and that's going to go there. We bring in the y, and that's going to go there. And then the 3 goes right where the slope is. So this one will be negative 3 for the y, like so. M would be a 3 times 1 plus b. Negative 3 equals to 3 plus b. Subtract 3. We got negative 6 for b. The final equation is going to be the slope of 3x minus 6. So you can see that formulating equations is not all that difficult. We just have to keep track of one more detail. Now here we go with parallel again. So we can see the slope is going to be negative 1/2. And we want to do it again with these 2 points. Y equals mx plus b. We slide the x in here. We slide the y over here. And we slide the negative 1/2 for the mx. And then we get 4 for the y equals negative 1/2 times a 5 plus b. And you're going to get 4 equals 5/2 plus b. If you subtract 5/2 from both sides, remember you have 4 minus 5/2, and you can do your fraction calculation like this. That's going to be 8 minus 5 over 2. 4 times 2 is 8, minus 1 times 5 is 5, over 1 times 2, and that's going to be 3/2. So we know that b is going to be 3/2. Final equation is going to be negative 1/2 for the slope, x plus 3/2. Now we move on to the last one. This is perpendicular, so we have to be very careful about the slope. We have 4 over 1 for the slope. We flip and put a negative in. So we know that the slope is going to be negative 1/4. Now we do what we normally do. Mx plus b. We're going to slide the x value here, the y value over here, and then the slope value there. So x, y, slope. Y is 2, slope is negative 1/4, negative 4 over 1, so I can do the multiplication, plus b. 2 equals negative 4 over negative 4 plus b. That's going to be 1 plus b, and then subtract 1 and you get b equals to 1. Final equation form, slope, and then plus b. And so you see you can formulate parallel and perpendicular equations given information.